let's discuss different XOR instruction which is used in 8085 microprocessor. The first instruction is XRAR. Whenever this instruction is executed, content of specified register is get XORed with content of accumulator and the result is saved in accumulator. This register may be any of the general purpose register or accumulator. When we are converting this instruction into machine code, the machine code size is 1 byte long. Therefore, it is a 1 byte instruction. That 1 byte is nothing but opcode of the instruction which is obtained from opcode sheet that we are saving in external memory location. So during the execution of this instruction, MUP need to take this opcode from external memory into instruction register. That process is opcode fetch. So in order to complete the execution of this instruction, it requires one machine cycle, that is opcode fetch. Number of T states for opcode fetch is 4. Addressing mode is register addressing mode, as the data for the operation is available in general purpose registers. All flags are affected. Auxiliary carry and carry is always in reset condition. Let's consider an example, XRAC. Whenever this instruction is executed, content of C register is get XORed with content of A register and the result is saved in A register, that is accumulator. Assume initially the content of A and C be like this before execution of this instruction. So in order to do this XOR operation manually, we need to convert this into binary form like this. So here the result is obtained as 0, 1. So after execution of this instruction, content of accumulator will be 0, 1. As MSB of the result is 0, sign flag is 0. As the result is not 0, therefore 0 flag is 0. Auxiliary carry and carry is already reset. As number of 1 is 1, that is odd, therefore parity flag is 0. Next XOR instruction is XRAM. M stands for the content of memory location whose address is available in HL register pair. So whenever this instruction is executed, the content of memory location whose address is available in HL register pair is get XORed with content of accumulator and the result is saved in accumulator. When we are converting this instruction into machine code, the machine code size is 1 byte. Or in other words, in order to save the machine code of this instruction, it requires only one memory location. In that memory location, we will save the opcode corresponding to that instruction. So it is a 1 byte instruction. During execution of this instruction, this opcode need to take inside microprocessor, that is into instruction register, that is opcode fetch. In order to complete the execution of this instruction, it requires 2 machine cycles. First of all, this opcode need to take into instruction register. So after decoding and machine cycle encoding time, MUP will recognize that MUP need to take the data whose address is available in HL register pair. So memory read operation is also required in order to complete the execution of this instruction. So total T state is 4 plus 3, 7. As the address of the operand is not directly given in the instruction, instead it is given in register pair, addressing mode is register indirect addressing mode. All flags are affected. Auxiliary carry and carry is always 0. Let's consider an example, XRAM. Assume initially HL register pair is pointing the location 2050 by means of this instruction. So M indicate the content of 2050. This 20 is available in H register and 50 is available in L register. M denote 32. So before the execution of this instruction, let the content of accumulator be 53H and the content of memory location pointed by HL register pair be 32H. In order to do this operation manually, let's convert these numbers into binary form like this. Here 1 0 the result is 1, 1 1 result is 0, 0 0 0 1 1 and 0. So the result is obtained as 61H. So after execution of this instruction, content of accumulator become 61H. As MSB of the result is 0, sign flag is 0. As the result is not 0, 0 flag is 0. Auxiliary carry and carry is always 0. Parity is odd, therefore parity flag is 0. Next XOR instruction is XRI data 8. Whenever this instruction is executed, the data which is given in the instruction, that is data 8, or it is the second byte of the instruction, that is get XORed with the content of accumulator and the result is saved in accumulator. When we are converting this type of instruction into machine code, the machine code size is 2 byte long. Therefore, this instruction is a 2 byte instruction. In first byte represents opcode of the instruction and second byte represent this data 8. So this opcode need to transfer into instruction register and this data is to be moved into microprocessor during the execution of this instruction. So in order to complete the execution of this instruction, it requires 2 machine cycles, that is opcode fetch and memory read. So total T states is 7. As the data for the operation is directly given in the instruction, addressing mode is immediate, all flags are affected, auxiliary carry and carry flag is always reset. Let's consider an example. Here the immediate data is 11H. Assume the content of accumulator before execution of this instruction be FEH. So let's see what is happening during the execution of this instruction. So this FE and 01 we need to convert into binary like this. As we know, XRI gives output only when 2 inputs are different. So here 01, answer is 1, 101, 101, 101. Here 2 inputs are become same. So the result is 0. Here 1, 1, 1. So when we are converting these binary into hexa, the result is obtained as EFH. So after execution of this instruction, the content of accumulator become EFH. Already auxiliary carry and carry is reset. MSB of the result is 1, therefore sign flag is 1. Number of 1 is 7, therefore parity flag is reset. As the result is not 0, 0 flag is reset.